Welcome back, everybody, and welcome to any new subscribers that I've had in the last couple of weeks. Welcome. This is my first real update on my USACC build, the 68 Dodge Dart. I finally came up with a direction that I'm going to take mine in. A lot of the guys are going to do the drag car, the LO23, or some kind of a street version of that. I decided that I'm actually going to keep mine stock, but we're going to give it that 2-day, 3-day look. Day 2, day 3 look, I guess is the proper way to express that. So mostly stock, and I've ordered a few things, and I'll show you those coming up. But so my idea is day 2, day 3 modifications. Exterior color I still haven't completely decided on yet. Black is there in my mind, but I have decided that I really want to do more of a white interior. So the black exterior probably won't happen. I don't think the black and white are really going to go that well together. Black on black would. So the other colors that are popping up in my head as choices are red being one. And I'll say red, I have never in my life owned a red automobile. It's just not my color, really. And then the other choice that keeps popping up is green. And green really is my color, even though I don't think I've ever really owned a green automobile either. But I do like green over red. So that's probably the direction I'm going in. The thought of some kind of a yellow popped up, but I recently did the yellow pickup truck, so I'm not sure I really want to go with another yellow. And I have done green in the past as well. My first build of this year, the SS Nova, that one didn't really come out great. So probably green, but not that shade. How's that? And then I'm toying with the idea still. It depends on how much work I really want to create for myself. But I'm toying with the idea of opening the doors and the trunk. I have never done that, so that will be a challenge for me to improve my modeling skills. I've watched a lot of other YouTube channels where the guys have done it, so I'm pretty confident that I know how to do it. But it does entail quite a bit more work. So, yeah, that's a little undecided. But here's what I've got, and here's where we're at so far. After I got all the pieces and parts removed from their sprues and separated into their separate storage containers, I decided I'd start working on the engine. And this is the stock 440. It doesn't look too bad, actually. It's fairly well detailed, but I don't know, I wasn't excited by it. So I placed an order with MCV Products. Just got it today. I've already opened it, but we're going to open it up on camera again. So this is from Matthew at MCV Products, and of course we've got another sticker, which is fine. Can never have too many of those. This this is the headers for the 440. How about that? And the Mopar 440. Let's get this opened up and take a look. I opened the box, but I haven't actually opened the packages on the inside to take a look. All right. Now that looks really good. A lot of very fine detail. Look at that. That alternator. Ooh. Even the pulleys. The pulleys have well-defined grooves for the belt to lay in. breather caps, distributor, carburetors. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is going to look so much better than the kit one. I guarantee it. Alright, so those are carbs. This must be throttle body here. Is that water pump housing? Is that right? Look, I'm not a car guy. I'm fairly good at being able to identify parts, but I am not the best at it. So, but I think that's the water pump housing for the front of the engine, or the water pump cover, maybe. I don't know. Oil pan, part of the transmission. There's your torque converter, right? The intake manifold. And look at those valve covers, man. Got the Mopar already in it. Sweet. That is going to look so good painted up. So good. And I decided on some different wheels. Tires and wheels that would come in the kit. So we've got torque thrust style wheels, 15.8 and 15.10 with Cooper Cobras. Yeah. And you know, this is the first time I've messed with any 3D printed tires and wheels. They look good. The only question I have is the script lettering on the sidewalls. On edge, it looks a little too pronounced, maybe. Like they stand a little too proud of the sidewall. Might need to sand that down just a touch. I mean, if you think about it in terms of scale, if you were to scale these up to full size, the depth of that lettering, to me, my eye, seems like it's a little too tall. But we'll see. We'll get there at some other point in the future. And these wheels, look, it's got the Schrader valve stems in the wheels. Nice. Very nice. All right. And then I saw these. I've never worked with these brake discs. I thought I might give them a try. I've used Photo-etched before, primarily on airplanes that I've built, but I've never tried to do these brakes. So we'll see how that goes. And then he sent me a freebie, some more carburetors, which I think he sent me some the last time I ordered from him too. So I've got plenty of extra carburetors. Not sure how or when I will use those, but thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. All right. As you can see, I have started some assembly. I got everything removed from its supports. And look, I've said it before, I'm not deeply educated in automotive. My background is aviation, but you know, I've been around a little while. But I had to look at some of this stuff to figure out what I'm looking at, and I had to use some photo references online. But I want to show you. I'm just shocked at the level of detail of this stuff. So on the support trees were these just round. Okay, so this one I figured out. That's got to be what comes out of the rear end of the transmission, right? That hooks to your drive shaft. But then I thought, well, what are these others for? I mean, that's not enough to be a drive shaft. Even if you glued them all together, that wouldn't work out. So I couldn't figure those out. But then, you know, I was looking at this. This is the torque converter. And in removing it from the supports, I think I actually knocked off a few of the teeth for what is supposed to be the flywheel, right? If I'm not mistaken. So this would actually fit in here. And see the support there in the center? So one of these rods, I'm assuming it's the longer one, is supposed to be installed. You know, you put it on the torque converter, and then you run that through the tranny, right? In fact, I see there's a piece of support in there that probably needs to be knocked out. Anyway, I mean, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe that's not supposed to, but yeah, it's got to, because, and here's the other holes for it, right? That's just, I'm just shocked at the level of detail on this. That's just absolutely amazing. And I got to think this through before I get too far on the assembly process, because I don't want to paint it as one assembly, because some of these parts are going to be painted with different colors. So, you know, the front half and back half of the transmission, right? That's going to be probably a steel color. I think that's the pan for the transmission right there. But I gotta get online and look at more photos to figure out which direction this pan goes on, because there's no instructions come with these. All right, so you just have to, oh, you know what? I think I just figured it out. I think it goes on this way. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yep, okay. Anyway, so, you know, it's a lot of this stuff, trying to figure it out and using photo reference. But even, okay, here's the distributor, right? And here's your vacuum advance. Am I even in camera here? You know, there's your boots for the plug. You know, and I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, a lot of these aftermarket pre-wired distributors that we buy, or that you can buy a kit for to make that's not already made, after looking at this, all of those seem out of scale to me. Like, those are really tiny. So I got to think about how I'm going to proceed with that now. You know, what else have we got here? This is, gosh, I'm not even real sure what part this is. This is the starter, right? I think. Pulleys, carburetors. This is, I'm not real sure what that is either. Anyway, this is just cool to me. I just think it's so cool. This is your air cleaner, right? Your filter, and this just goes on the top of it, and then the bottom side, this fits over your carburetors, right? All three of them. Yeah, this is so cool. Something else I ordered from the Model Car Garage is this Photo-etched that's specifically made for the Mr. Norm's version of this kit. But my understanding is that all of these Revell 1968 Dodge Dart boxings, they're all essentially the same basic kit on the inside. So the Photo-etched, all right, has some really good detail in it. So here's your center console inlay. Let me see. Well, yeah, I don't know if I can zoom in. Let's see. There's your fan, the center of your steering wheel, your spokes of the steering wheel, rear view mirror and the frame around the mirror. These are door handles, a license plate frame, and in the very center of the license plate frame there are two keychains. One has the Chrysler star, And the other one, that's that diamond, triangular shape like these here for the Dodge. Yeah, and then so the version I'm going to do is the GTS, and here are photo etched lettering for that I'm guessing, let's see, let me pull the body over here for a second. I'm guessing, like, see, it's already in the plastic, but I bet you can lay these, yeah, so you can lay those on there and you'll get an even better, more pronounced application of that lettering. What else have we got here? These look like your pedal pads. Pedal pads. Let's see. Yeah, okay. So like your emergency brake pedal, the accelerator pedal. Yeah, so that's the pad of the pedal. Not pedal pads, pedal pads. And then some wire looms. Number 9, what are these? Oh, fan blades? Yeah, okay. So these are your fan blades. This is the center of your fan, right? Number 17. Yeah, the fan. And then the blades get attached to that. So you get a much more detailed fan blade. Well, fan overall, I guess. Grill inserts. Yeah, here's a battery cable connector. Wing nuts. Those go into our air filter cover. And here's some keys. So you got your key chains and your keys. So that should provide some additional detail overall. Oh, look, I even noticed there's a radiator cap right there. It's all listed on here. I guess I could have just read it. But yeah, cool stuff. So now I've got primer on all my engine parts. The bigger major assemblies are put together. So there's the engine with some of the, the water pump housing on the front. Some of the hose fittings are on there. Here is the transmission front and back half. The oil, or the air filter rather, the cover and the base part of that are together. So now I am ready to add color. The engine will be an orange. The transmission is going to be, like I said before, probably a steel. I still have a bottle of Model Masters steel that I really like. It really looks good when I airbrush it. So yeah, that's going to get that. Valve covers, I haven't entirely decided on that yet. Those might get chromed. We'll see. But that's where we're at for this week. I will try to get another update on this in the next week, maybe 2, because I'm also going to start working on an airplane very soon. And in fact, that'll be the next video coming out. So, y'all take care of yourselves. Peace and love.